Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're playing the Stanley Parable again. I realize that I've played this a lot, and it's just because I really like the game. So yeah, we're just gonna keep playing until I get tired of it. Okay. Just slider into the computer, barely visible. I know he said he was gonna work on some new stuff for us. Right about there. Okay, let's see. Until the dog and cat are friends. Okay, right there. Number 5 becomes the number 9. Okay. Well, does he want the Roman numeral 9? Wait, no, that's not 9. Or does he want the... Yeah, that is 9. Or does he want... We'll go with the number 9. Until you stop adjusting the slider. I want it like... just... barely before the finish. Scrumptious or Akubo Ink Ale. I like that one better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yes, I do know what time it is right now. Yes. Yes. What is time anyway? Yeah, there is. Help. Yes, I will help you. Yeah, I'll come back to visit you. Don't worry. Oh, hey, I forgot that it's called Stanley Parable 2 once you open the game now. Oops. Okay, begin the game. Let's go. Okay. So, let's see. Still nothing new in here. Okay. Hey, why isn't he talking? See, it's been a while, so I don't remember everything that happened the last time. Oh.
Stanley, I'm sorry,
Okay.
but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
Yeah.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story.
I would say
but
it
would
did.
you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that for you. Don't worry, Mr. Narrator. When Stanley found the collectibles. Forgot there's no sprinting. Okay, so... let's see. So, I just want to look around a little bit, just because I don't fully remember everything. Okay, you can't go in there, so I guess we'll just go down.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent.
He's not wrong.
We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Seven out of 6. Wait, what? You can get... okay. And I guess I'll just keep collecting them.
And here was a second stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
No faith. Should have knew I would be able to find it all.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
I wanna say it was under the stairs that I found the third one. Right? Yeah, it was under the stairs. I think. I want to say the third one I found
that's
was under the
exactly
stairs.
right.
Oh,
It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After
it really
all,
wasn't crystal
science
clear.
tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
I found my third time doing a little something, but we aren't gonna talk about that. Okay, what's over here?
Let's see, what came next?
Oh
yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
I
can't actually
this.
say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
No, it didn't happen. This did not happen. I vividly remember this not happening. So, I have no clue what this room is. Let's see, where does this take us? Oh, it takes us to this area.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Oh, really? I want to see it. Okay. Oh, shiny. It's mini Stan number 5. Why is it so blurry? Well, I know why, but I get why he did it. It's for a joke. Best boy in narrator style Stanley.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8
Yes, it
minutes I
does.
wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Okay, let's just keep on going then. One last Stanley thing? That's what he calls him.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected.
I don't know how
it
I
was
feel
a
about the name
moment
Figley.
unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Okay, we got 12 out of 6. What comes next? What's this? You are in the present.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Excuse me. I did not.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on.
Oh?
Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay. I mean, I guess.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Okay. Sounds like a drug addict, but cool.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah, I remember it. Oh, thank God he's gonna play a lot faster.
Yes.
Okay.
I love that video.
Yes, I'm aware you love that video. Okay, let's see. Then we go to the pink room that
Still
did not
don't remember
happen.
the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, but it didn't happen. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't like that there's
These
no
really
shifting.
were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Okay. Where's the next one? Should be the boss's toilet.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess. I mean, the past belongs in the past, dude. It kind of does. Well, let's just keep on going. Oh, here's the first one.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh,
Figurines.
I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
An exit sign. Okay. Hey, we're back in this place. So jump circle back.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past
give me some more
is.
jumps.
I want more. More memories.
Fine. Don't give me more jumps. He wants more memories? Let's go give him some more memories.
Oh, yes! The two doors! Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Yes, it is classic memory. We're gonna go through the right one, because it's the one
And
that
before
I always go
everything
through.
else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Oh,
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different.
he was
I
different?
used to make big decisions.
Okay.
I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was
I
a
bet he
fiction.
does.
But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did
Okay.
enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named...
Sorry, I have to skip it. I've already gone through it a bunch. The balloons are back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
I'm sorry, but I have to have the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes, it is.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Okay, let's go, I guess.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I could. But do I want to? Let's think. Fine, I'll go.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Let's go in the broom closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy, it's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
It's not getting my bucket.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Fine, I'll walk upstairs. Hold on, I want to see if there's figurines. No figurines, okay. I don't like that ending, so I'm just gonna keep going up. Let's go in the bathroom real quick. See what's in here. Nothing, okay. See what's over here. Nothing? Okay. Let's see, do I go in and back out real quick? Or what do I do?
Stepping...
I don't know. I just felt like backing out because I don't know. It sounded good. Even though he doesn't talk anymore after that. Termination Tuesdays. Wait, this means we're gonna get rid of our friend. This is sad. We're getting rid of our friend then. I just thought about that. I don't want to get rid of my friend. This is not going to end well. Hey, goodbye, buddy. You are now leaving. Can't go that way, okay. Is this door open? No. Okay, let's just keep going then. Just keep walking with my bucket. Is this door open? No. Elevator work? No, does not. Okay, let's keep going then. 757. What floor did it say that? 760, I believe. Yeah, 760. Okay, so let's see. Where are we? 758. Cool. Can't open that door. Elevator still doesn't work. Okay, let's keep on going then. See, I don't really... Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to make this part entertaining. Because we just have to walk up some stairs. So, like... I don't know what to say. So you're just gonna have to bear with me for this. Escape pod. Launch bay. Okay. Let's see. Elevator? No. Okay. Oh, I can just barely see a wall. Okay. Let's just keep walking. Oh. There's a thing. Can I get in the escape pod? Please? Both of us can go. No, both of us can go. Or not. Oh, he's just caressing a bucket. Okay. I mean, you do you, man. You do you. It's sad. So sad. The music, it's just sad. Goodbye, buddy. Wait. I thought we were only supposed to get one more run.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, the bucket's gone. Do we have to like complete the game for real? In order to get it to do the thing? I don't know, he said we only get one more run.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, I really want to go through there. But I don't know. No, let's just go this way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Achievement. And it says you have to complete the prologue.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Right? Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Like after the end? Yeah. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I'm not that dumb. Right?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2135. 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 2, 1, 3, 5. 1, 2,
Stanley
3,
just sat
4.
around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
6, 9. 6, 9. 4, 20.
2845.
0, 4, 20. 2, 8, 4, 4. 4, 3, 2,
Forgot,
1.
but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Fine. Over here. Ooh, secret door. No secret door. I can't tell if we're moving or not. I don't think we are. So I will just continue on, I guess. Down we go. Okay, fine. I tried to run out, but I couldn't get out fast enough.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No, I'm realizing that I never went to the left.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I've never gone this way. I want to go this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh. Okay, let's keep going then. I want to see how violent it really is.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nope, we're going for it.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep, I am. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Well, goodbye. Oh, okay. Ow. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and
hey.
Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
There's gotta be a way to get out. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks for that.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Who knows? Ooh, what's this? Wait, did I...
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Mm-hmm. Well then, I mean, okay. The pacing of these openings is to get right in the quarter as we move on and reach the players 2 doors in a good time. Okay, so what's this one? The 2 doors, 2 concrete pieces Stanley Parable design. Once this room is created, the rest of the game emerges the expansion of it. Exploration of the contradiction of this room posed. The office. Okay, it doesn't let you open any of the doors. Button sounds. Section sounds used throughout the game with buttons pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Okay, cool. These computers, you can shut them all off. Huh. Hey, can you shut that one off? I don't know if it was on or not. I don't remember. If it's on, it's getting shut off. Oh, no. It's Stanley's computer. You can't do anything with that. Bad. Crows, crows, crows. Let's go this way. I want to go to the left. The office. Okay, so it's just the plants. An early version of the maintenance room. You see, I like the maintenance room we got a lot better than that. The filing cabinet. Or filing machine. No, copying machine. There we go. Wait, how do you get that? I never got that. I never got that one either. And the game's delay. An ending where Stanley would end up fighting aliens, action game would become sentient and would wage war against narrator region that shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Okay, sorry. I thought my mic was... I muted my mic a couple minutes ago, and I was afraid that I still had it muted. But I did not. I have it still muted. Narrator emails. After second trailer was sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions he had initially planned to use these for the promotional materials. We never found the perfect use for. Here are a section of those emails. Please, I would like you to keep this proposal as top secret and delete it if that's strong bad. How do you type with boxing gloves on, Ben? The lights. What do the lights in the control room do? I really want to know. I'm Anthony Elias, business broker. Please partner with me in a very rewarding business venture to send to you if you're interested. Spam, regards, Anthony, 2012. Hi, Mr. Narrator Guy, question for you, sir, and it is, what is your message for today? Okay. There's a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons in this world than humans. That is a fair point. Question brought forth by the intense passion of my soul. Am I, Stanley? Are you spying on me? I donate. Why? Will the game feature capybaras? You know, that to me, it would be an important question. Why the game does not feature capybaras, I have no clue. Dear Rainier, how do you stay in shape? Sincerely, Michael the Rock Martin. Okay. Pixel Sith. Are you serious? I was trying to read that last one. Now it's just calling me gay. And one title, I appreciate the creative art, which ways, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's keep going. What's over here? The office? Lounge. Early version of the lounge. I like the lounge we got better. The apartment timer. In the previous version of the choice leading to the apartment, a new timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Leading to the apartment ending. The timer would give you 15 seconds. Wait, apartment ending? I never got an apartment ending. That's fair. Okay. Okay, so lounge, maintenance, staircase. Option 2, 2 doorways to maintenance. The full floor is found for this burning of up the players play them so many times customers I only the simplest version that won out. Noise maintenance and alarms and original back on track option. Okay. Let's see what's over here. Ooh, what's in here? Button. Ending went through many iterations of room represents the 4th version of the ending without change it again shortly before launch. This ending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as ending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. You know, I haven't seen like any of these, so it makes me not want to, you know, read all of them.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Yeah, so what happens if I pull the lever? Oh, it just goes dark.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
We do need each other.
No, perhaps not.
Me and the narrator
Sometimes
need each
these
other.
things cannot be seen.
Oh.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
Okay, I'm doing it. Maybe. Well, maybe. Quit. Okay, what happens now?
This is the story of a man named Stan.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
So everything looks
what could it
normal
mean?
still.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Maybe I
missed a
should have
memo.
clicked begin game again. Oh, replacement bucket. Never mind. Everything worked out. Thank you for the bucket.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Now you're making me want to get rid of this one too.
Stanley clutched the
Let's
bucket
go
tightly
this
to his
way.
chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
Okay.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Let's see.
Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Let's
Stanley
go through
took the
like
door on his left
one or two
to
more
go
endings,
back to the
depending
meeting
on
room.
how fast we can get through them.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I don't know. I don't want to go down there because I don't like down there. There's gotta be a way to get down to there without dying. Like, you gotta be able to take like a slow fall down. There's gotta be a way to where you don't die.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might
Come
lead to
on.
the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
I was really hoping I would be able to get down without dying.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Head off.
The
grab
good
the
old
bucket.
bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on another thrilling adventure together.
Yep. Yes, we are.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Let's go
chest
this way.
and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now
Let's
more
just
than
keep on
ever.
going. I don't
Perhaps
wanna
his
go in the
boss's
broom
office
closet.
was where he'd find out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Going downstairs. Oh, nothing in there. Okay. Let's go.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Oh,
All
no.
because he believed
forgot about
everyone had
this.
vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
How did
He
I
looked
get
down
to
at
the
the bucket in
button
his
ending
arms.
where it
Am
like
I
skips
crazy?
time?
He asked
I
the
don't
bucket.
remember.
The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's
Wait,
when
what?
Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
What do you mean
How
it's
did
someone
I
else's
end up with
bucket?
someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong.
want this
Surely
bucket.
no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed,
I want my
now he
bucket.
noticed the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious,
okay.
he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it.
I want my
Far
bucket.
off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
Where?
Could it
Where?
truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Where's
Come
my
to me,
bucket?
Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity.
Where's my
And then
bucket?
suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
What?
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter.
I wish we had our bucket.
But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
She backflipped all the way to work. Okay. You know, I guess. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and play a little bit more.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Go this way. Oh, bucket.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope, we're going this way.
No,
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here,
said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Not dark, but okay. Oh, there's the dark. Oh.
Now pick up the phone,
said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Okay. I'll pick up the phone.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Oh.
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him. The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Yeah.
To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
That's fair. Okay.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk.
No,
All
it
would ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
No, you're wrong.
see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from, me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket, this stupid hunk of metal.
Well, the bucket... Well, I don't know. What if I don't press G? I don't know if I want to press G for something like that. I put him back down? I don't want to. Fine, I'll do it.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It really does. I don't know. I don't know if I believe he's real.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
See, it is better. Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Alright, here we go.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Home to work, home to work. So home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket.
Oh,
no.
scandalous.
What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing.
What is this?
Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
What is this?
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me.
No.
Give me the bucket,
No.
Stanley.
No.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
He's not getting the bucket from me. It's my bucket. What do you mean go back to work? I don't want to go back to work. Okay, well, that was interesting. Okay, everyone. Well, I figure that's a good enough spot. And it's an ending, so it's a good spot to end the video. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys would give it a like, maybe even subscribe. And yeah, that's about it. So hope you guys have a good day. Bye.